Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales. And today, we're working on another cocktail. What are we working on today?
Well, you was hollering at me about pumpkin spice because it's October and,
I was not hollering. I simply made a suggestion that because it's October, some of our viewers might appreciate a pumpkin spice based cocktail.
Sure. Well, we're doing that, so everybody can stop hollering and demanding it. They're doing a pumpkin spice cocktail, but it's not gonna be your traditional. It'll just be pumpkin spice and then some apple and coffee, and we'll be done with it, or whatever you guys do with the pumpkin spice. I don't know. For those that don't know anything about pumpkin spice, it's not actually like pumpkin and then they turned it into a powder or anything like that. Pumpkin spice is literally a mixture of spices that you would use to flavor a pumpkin pie with. So it's like cloves and nutmeg and stuff like that. And you guys can look that up to see what all goes into those pumpkin spice if you want to make your own, or you can buy it at the store because it's so popular for whatever reason, other than seasonal. So yeah, we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna use some unconventional. This is gonna be unconventional as far as pumpkin spice is concerned, because you're gonna look at these ingredients and be like, what?
I'm already looking now and I'm like, lime juice.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it, but yeah, we're gonna use lime juice. Guess what else we're gonna do too? A sprig of rosemary.
Okay.
Yeah, I want a sprig of rosemary in there.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. I threw it in the wrong tin.
Yeah. We're not gonna cut that out either.
No, we are not. So yeah, sprig of rosemary and the juice of half a lime. And you're probably wondering, those don't go with pumpkin. And I'm like, aha, but we're doing pumpkin spice. And if you know your flavor pairings, you would know that rosemary pairs with pretty much all of the spices that make up pumpkin spice.
Okay. Where does the
lime juice does as well.
Okay.
You want to know what else does too?
What?
Pineapple juice.
Okay.
Pineapple juice pairs well with most, if not all, of the spices that go together to make pumpkin spice. Let's shake this first.
Okay.
And I want to do an ounce of the pineapple juice. We'll dump that in there. Set this aside for later. Let's see. Okay. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. I have the pumpkin spice syrup. I made a simple syrup out of the pumpkin spice.
Okay.
We're gonna add half an ounce of that. More like a fat half an ounce.
Okay.
And let's see if I got everything. I gotta refer to my list to go. Okay. Now here's where things get interesting for anybody that's concerned about that stuff.
Is there gonna be any alcohol in this?
Yes, there is. Now, I've already decided I want to use 10-to-1 rum. 10-to-1, and the reason I wanted to use this one in particular is because the tasting notes of this particular rum, they use baking spices.
Yeah,
And your spices that make up pumpkin spice are baking spices. So that includes cloves and ginger and stuff like that. I pretty much said all of the spices like several times. But I figured those two would go in tandem. Now, I wanted to do that, but I was also thinking, what if we push the limits of this and do 2 rums? Okay. So I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to just stick with this rum? Or do you want to push the limits of this and go further beyond?
I think we should go further beyond.
Okay. Since we're going further beyond, we're going to add some Wray and Nephew to that as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of our 10-to-1. And I want to pull one of the tasting notes and ingredients that you can get from this is banana peel. So I want to pull those banana notes with the Wray and Nephew. So we're going to do 1/2 ounce of that. It'll be a boozy drink. You know the drill. We put our ice in and we begin to shake. Would you consider this maybe some kind of tiki drink or tropical drink? We are digging close to tropical, and to be quite honest with you, that would be quite an interesting. Sorry about that. That would be quite an interesting feat to do, considering we're messing with a flavor profile that's more seasonal than anything. So, if such a thing as an autumn tropical drink exists, it does now. Let's put some more ice in here. I wouldn't know what to garnish this with. Maybe a rosemary sprig. But you'll probably taste it first and let me know, huh? It's actually pretty good. Only problem. You kind of lose the pumpkin spice and all of that, and you just have a delicious rum cocktail. I see what you mean by kinda. Like, it's faint. It's there, but it's very faint.
It's there's you get a little bit more, but it's still kind of the same to me. Like I don't. It's a very good drink. It's just not. I wouldn't even consider it a pumpkin spice drink. There's just pumpkin spice in it.
It's sweeter.
Yeah, it became sweeter.
Because I think everything got drowned out.
In the pineapple juice.
And no, it got drowned out in the Wray and Nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that there's only half an ounce of that in there.
Mm-hmm.
That Wray and Nephew is strong.
Mm-hmm.
You want this, what you want from this drink is to be boozy and flavorful.
But to be honest with you, I taste more pineapple juice than anything.
That's fair. But that flavor is still like, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this, but after the initial pineapple forward flavor leaves the forefront of your tongue and goes in the back of your mouth, you have that baking spice residue back up in there. And I attribute that to the 10-to-1 rum as well as the pumpkin spice syrup.
I wouldn't consider this a failure as far as making a pumpkin spice flavored cocktail, but I do think, because I think we made a good cocktail regardless, but as far as a pumpkin spice for a cocktail, I think we should go back to the drawing board on that
and revisit it later.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that we're notified of all content coming to the channel. Also check us out on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and check us out on Twitter.
If there's a liquor, spirit, wine, beer, snack, dessert, brunch, a recipe or something that you want us to try, tell us about it. Hit us up in our DMs and stuff like that. You know the kind of things we like steak and seafood and grits. Grits are great. And more steak.
If there's also a location that you think we would want to go to, like a restaurant, a bar, a speakeasy, events,
maybe they're
food
doing
festivals, drink festivals, things of that nature. Let us know about those as well.
Maybe they're doing a boozy murder mystery.
Maybe. I wouldn't want to go to that, but if they have a unique drink, that's fine. Let us know about it. Hit us up, and we will try to go there, and we will be the judge and see if.
But it's Halloween.
Yeah. We'll be the judge and see if it's spooky or tastes good. But that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. And until next time, everybody, peace.
I can actually taste more of the pumpkin spice now.